Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is T, and today I have a Cajun seafood boil. I have crawfish, y'all. I have Louisiana crawfish. I have blue crabs. I have sausages, corn, potatoes, eggs, and I also have its WANNIE sauce. Now we're going to talk about a couple of things, but we're going to talk about it in the end. We're going to talk about Mother's Day because it just passed. We're going to talk about a show that I watch all the time, Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're going to talk about that in the end. We're going to talk about Portia for real specifically, right? You know someone on your right. Come up on the y'all. I've been waiting for these crawfish. Y'all saw when I made them? Let me just start eating. These crawfish are so big. Yeah, it's crawfish season, and there was no way that I was going to not be having crawfish on the channel. Let's put that over this one. Because I know y'all know how I do. Thank God. Y'all know I like to suck the head on shrimp, crawfish, it don't matter. So, Louisiana crawfish ball reminds me of seafood balls in Jamaica. It's spicy, and the flavors really get into the seafood. Spicy for sure. Now, like I said, I've been seeing cousin AB eat this all the time. I mean, I say, yo, why is she eating it so much? Because I know why. I know why. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I lost one. Ooh. It's funny, your sauce tastes so good with this. Y'all, juicy. Now y'all know I love king crab. Wow. Wow. Forget about it. I haven't had this in a long time. I miss it. Mm-hmm. So the last time I had blue crabs, I didn't like it. So we about to find out what's up. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. I feel like it tastes like a Dungeness crab, but smaller. I was over at Hershey Eats Good, and she was like, T, you never had blue crabs? I was like, nah, well, I had it, but I don't like it. I like it now. Mm-hmm. That's good. But to me, because I boil the crawfish and the blue crabs together, I feel like it kind of tastes like the crawfish. Or maybe it's because of the seasoning. I don't know. Either way, it's good. And y'all, I let these sit and soak. So it's nice and tender. Wow. So juicy. Wow. So spicy. So I actually think I let my crawfish soak for too long because the meat is really, really soft. At first, when I finished cooking it, it was more firm. But it's still delicious. Yo. I don't know why sucking the head on the crawfish is my favorite part. Wow. Look out. You saw that big? Look out. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. Banana. Take my time. Let me be gentle and then we can get that all on one. I was craving these, y'all. And I wanted to eat them off camera. But my hubby was like, this is what you do for a living, girl. But I eat that seafood on camera. I don't know. I feel like its WANNIE sauce gets better and better every time I have it. Probably it's that imaginary conversation that we had, girl. Mm. This is so good. And I made sure I have some juice in there. Mm. Look at this fat. Yo. Yes, Lord. Mm. So, the reason why I made a Cajun butter sauce is because I realized that Cajun cooking is so good, so flavorful. Which is also why I really don't want to start selling sauces yet. I'm out here exploring my options, y'all. I'm exploring my options because it's so good. And I want to give y'all the best. Got crawfish juice in my eye. Y'all, you know what I was thinking about? My sister said I should do it. Let me know what you think. Curry seafood. Y'all want some curry seafood? I think I'm gonna do that. Some curry seafood Jamaican style. Oh Lord, I can taste it now. This is the type of meal where you just sit around, eat and eat and eat. Speaking of conversations, I want to talk about my mom. Because it was Mother's Day, right? So, the reason why I feel such a connection to the woman that I meet on my channel is because I can relate to a lot of you. Now, my mom was a single mom. She worked damn hard. She couldn't afford a lot, but she still managed to make it work. Now, I did tell you guys that I had a very humble beginning, right? So I, grew up poorer than a lot of people. I grew up more poor. Is it poorer? I grew up very poor, okay? I told y'all before I moved to America, I lived in like a shack pretty much. I didn't have running water. I didn't have electricity. I used to have to get my water before I go to school in the mornings. And, it was a hard life, but I feel like for me, it taught me a lot. It taught me to be humble. It taught me to know that at any point in life, we can all be right back to where we started, and also to work damn hard, right? To plan ahead, to have goals and keep our eyes on the prize and all of that. So Even though I didn't have much, my mom instilled a lot of values within me, okay? And one thing that I want to say is, Mom, I'm so proud of you. So what I didn't say just now was that in the shack that we lived in, it was like government-owned land, okay? In Jamaica, we call that capture land because it's not ours. We just live there until we get the opportunity to buy. My mom always knew that she wanted to buy it, a piece of where we lived. My mom ended up buying 2 plots. So right now, her share is bigger than most of the properties in the community. So Mom, I'm so proud of you. My mom saved her money. She worked so damn hard. And now she finished building her place. First of all, she did all of it cash. Okay? So Mom, I can't explain how proud of you I am. That for you to come from, you know, so little. At this point, I feel like you have so much. And all along the way, y'all, my mom gave a lot as well. So I wouldn't say my mom made it. She still works very hard. But she gave along the way. And so I noticed something that my mom and I have in common, which is I also give along the way. Okay, I don't wait until I've made it, which probably isn't always the smartest thing, but my heart just can't let me do otherwise. Of course, within reason, like I'm not gonna harm myself in the process, but I definitely do what I can as long as I can. So yeah, I just, you know, I had to say that. My mom taught me to be a decent human being. And I'm teaching my kids to be a decent human being. I think I was talking to someone the other day, and I was pretty much like, if your kids have an education and they don't know how to be decent people, then they're going to be a part of the problem, right? If you have an education and you can't have sympathy and be empathetic, and you know what I'm saying? If you can't understand that not everyone is in the same place as in life, and even if you climb the ladder, you still reach out and know that there are people out there who are still struggling. If you can't do that, if you're not willing to help, if you're not, you know, just willing to be understanding of another person's circumstance, then, you know, what are you doing? That's just my opinion, okay? Yeah, so I really needed to say that. I'm sure a lot of you have stories similar to my mom, to me, my upbringing, even if it's not the same exact thing, right? So good. So I wanted to talk about Portia from the Real Housewives, Portia from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay? For her Mother's Day, she posted a picture of her ex-friend Fallon's husband, Simon. What do y'all think about that? Now, I don't know exactly the extent to their friendship, but they're at least associates. And Fallon did say that Portia's ex, Dennis, was the one who, you know, introduced them. I feel like it's a messy situation, but Portia said she's happy. So I don't know. I don't know. I was wondering, like, you know, throughout the season, I know that on these reality TV shows, they don't show a lot, But throughout the season, I feel like I didn't really see them trying that much to make it work for their daughter PJ. No, I don't believe that you should stay in a relationship where you're unhappy. But I am a firm believer that when you have kids, figure it out. Figure it out. Grow up and figure it out. To me, it's that simple. At the same time, I am keeping in mind that I'm not in her situation, okay? I didn't have to make her decision. So, while I respect whatever she has done, I just feel like, figure it out. But she did say that they're co-parenting beautifully, so I'll take that. You know, if you can co-parent with your ex, that's great. Yeah. Wow. I feel like I'm gonna have to eat the claws off camera. But they are so juicy. And I'm not gonna sew my crawfish next time, y'all, because my tails are falling apart. But yeah, in the comments below, let me know what you think about the situation with Portia. Both her working it out with, well, not working it out with Dennis, and moving on to her friend's ex-husband. Let me know what you think. Because y'all, I figured Real Housewives of Atlanta is one of the shows that I watch the most. Like, I don't watch a lot of shows, but I do keep up with that from Sunday to Sunday. And I do think that last season wasn't too great. It was kind of whack. I didn't really like Drew Sidora. Well, I liked her until she started bringing weird drama to it. Like, I felt that her issues didn't even make sense. You know? I'm even inclined to think that the situation where her husband was fake. Like, I don't even understand that. Yeah. Let me know what y'all think about that too. Drew's husband left for 3 days to go to Florida to a beach without letting her know where he was. What? Listen, it's me, my likes, my man, and my house. If we're not talking, go to the living room, go to the backyard, find another room to be in. Go for a drive, but you coming back, you're sleeping in here. Because I don't know about y'all, but for me, even when me and my husband are talking, I just like to look at him. I be walking around here like, I got a man. I got a man in my house. I'm like, I got a big, strong man in my house. And, you know, sometimes I break the ice. Sometimes he's like, you know, you're crazy. But I really do love the hell out of my husband. I'm so very much attracted to him. He is just like fine to me. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah. He better stay his butt at home. You're like, you're not sleeping. First of all, you're not sleeping out because we're mad at each other. And second of all, you're not going to go somewhere for 3 whole days and not tell me. You are crazy. So I feel like, I don't know which situation that would be okay in, but that's crazy. So yeah, y'all, I be like, you staying in the house. I don't care. But honestly, sometimes my husband and I, like, if we really mad at each other, you know, I can go a good couple of days without saying a word. Like, we'll talk about what needs to happen with the house, and we'll talk about, like, you know, what needs to happen with the kids. But, you know, sometimes when you're with somebody for a long time, sometimes when you're in an argument, you just want to chill. You know, you're content with the relationship. You know that they're not going anywhere. So you just, you know, give each other some breathing room. I'm okay with that. And I think that's what Drew's husband was trying to say. But at the same time, I feel like your house is, they got a big house. Certainly you guys can agree to give each other some space. Because I mean, I have times when I don't really want to talk. Even if I'm not mad. Even if I like looking at him. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Yo. It's WANNIE sauce tastes so good with corn. It's WANNIE. Wow. Mm-hmm. I wish I had 2 corn. Wow. I think it's safe to say that, in my opinion, all the content creators who came up with sauces, it's bomb. It's WANNIE's butter sauce is delicious. So is Kim B's butter sauce. Flavors by Dame Dash butter sauce is really good. And Beela's butter sauce is really good. So they all did their thing. I can't say I've had one of their sauces and didn't like it. You know? No, I feel like I like certain sauces with certain things. Like it's better with certain things than others, but I feel like they're all really good. So that's amazing in my opinion. You know? So that brings me to the channels that I want to mention tonight. I want to mention Hershey Eats Good. I was in her live the other day and we were talking about blue crabs, and that's the reason why I tried it. Hershey Eats Good is from Maryland, and she was like, girl, blue crabs are delicious. So I was like, okay, let me give it another try. So I like it, but it is too much work for me, so that is probably the last time you're gonna see blue crabs on this channel. ASMR just got to 20,000 subscribers. If you guys don't know who that is, please go check out ASMR, and also check out Hershey Eats Good. They're both amazing content creators, and you know, go check them out. Like I always say, even if you don't stay there, at least give them a try. You never know what you like until you go check it out, right? So yeah, those are the 2 channels for tonight. And yeah, so the reason why I mention channels is because I know the struggle. And I want to say to you, the new content creators that are coming out are newer than I, because I'm still new. Don't be afraid to explore your creativity. Okay? That's what YouTube is for. create a way. Like, don't be intimidated, because if it doesn't work, guess what? There's no limits. You could try again and see what works. So definitely don't be afraid to go against the grain. Don't be afraid to come up with something new. Just don't be afraid. Because in the midst of exploring, you're going to figure it out. And also try to stay true to yourself. I was watching Jay-Z the other day, and he was pretty much saying, and of course he's Jay-Z, so he can say whatever he wants. Like, at this point, Jay-Z is in a lane of his own. So I, take this with a grain of salt. He said that, and I like watching Jay-Z's interviews, by the way. So Jay-Z said that when he is creating his music, it doesn't matter what's going on around him. He take his time. He doesn't speed up his process. And he never venture into things that's outside of his experiences and that are not true to him. And the longer I become a creator is the more I realize that. Like, yeah, you guys are not going to like everything about me, but the things that you do like, I'll keep it. The things that you don't like, I'll let it go. But it's always something that is from my life's experience, right? It's a part of me. There's always a story behind it. Like the sauces that I create, there's always a story. I can tell you every time when I cook something, you use a new seasoning, create a new sauce, there's a reason behind it. And I'm literally sharing my life's journey with you, and you have no idea. You know what I'm saying? But I tend to look at things on a more complex scale or level. And so, yeah, just know that anytime I put a video together, anytime I put out sauces, there is always a story behind it. So I think in the next video, I'm going to tell you where my coconut butter sauce came from. I'm going to tell you how I came up with my pineapple mango habanero sauce. I'm going to tell you how I came up with my Cajun sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like, not all the stories are not very interesting, but they all have a start. This video is going to be long, but it's okay. Like, I really think that crawfish is a type of food, and crab is a type of food. Blue crabs are the type of food. Look how juicy that is. It tastes long. And the thing is too, y'all, that I noticed about this type of seafood, it doesn't really need butter. Like, you can add butter if you want, but it don't need butter. Because the crawfish seasoning is so good. I use the Louisiana Crawfish boil seasoning. Just pour. Yeah. It's so good that... Now, granted, there is some butter in the boil, but not a lot. Alright, y'all. So, I don't think I could finish all of this on camera. So, I'm just going to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoy this video. We've been talking quite a bit and eating quite a bit. This was definitely an eating show, but we did have a story time. Not story time, but we had a conversation. As always, your time is your most valuable currency, and you choose to spend it with me. Thank you. Later.